Today I'm going to be playing Star Saga Mission B. If you have not watched Mission A, you might want to watch that. It'll give a little bit more detail about the rules and scenario that I'm playing. In this particular scenario, I am going to be playing three mercenaries: Francesco, the Devil Salvaggio, Wrath, and CURB07153, aka Kirby, a robot. These are really not good guys. They're mercenaries, and they are raiding the Maison Labs. This is the second mission of A, B, and C. I cannot start the campaign until I complete missions A, B, and C. This is B. In mission B, a solo mini, her job was to open a door. That corresponds to this door down here. And in this mission, I need to get these three members through the lab and through that door to win. At least two of the minis out of three must get through that door for me to win this scenario. Once again, I'm playing solo, so instead of an opponent using the Nexus deck, I have created this deck based on the setup rules that consist of level 1 and level 2 cards. That's just the complexity of what this happens. These have been shuffled up, and there are some surprise cards in here that trigger things like alarms, extra reinforcements. Also, when this door opens, my three guys might actually get down here before, in scenario A or mission A, this door is unlocked. So there's a card in this deck that will say, okay, that door is now unlocked. So they may get down here and just face waves of reinforcements until that door activates. So what I'm going to do on my turn is I am going to be I'm trying to decide which of the three to go in first, because a mini can only enter here at this point one at a time. Over here I have two lab technicians and a security guard. This door is locked, and it is locked from the inside. It cannot be unlocked except from this terminal over here. That means that this zone and this zone, I don't have to worry about reinforcements and stuff for here until I get in here. So for this first scenario, or first part of the scenario, I just need to eliminate these three and access this terminal to unlock this door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain combat rules and other rules as I need them. And as the campaign continues, and as I do more of these playthroughs, I will explain the rules less and less, and I'll just depend on you to have watched the previous ones. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose Wrath, who has a movement of 6 on his card here. And these are 1-inch squares, and you can move diagonally unless both of the squares, if you want to move diagonally, the two squares that are adjacent to that spot, if there's enemies in that, you cannot move. If both of them are blocked. And if that ever happens, I'll explain it again. So he can move 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to move him into the room. He is going to take a shot at this particular lab tech right here. His pistol is short range, no problem. He's within short range, which is this one right here. I can definitely reach him. And Wrath, for offense, for shooting, rolls two dice. Now, red dice are always used by the attacker, and blue dice are always used by the defender. So he's the attacker. He'll roll 2 red. He's shooting a lab tech whose armor is 1, which means the lab tech will roll 1 blue. So you roll them. I've got an exclamation and a hollow and a solid shield. And now the way these symbols work is there are 3 types of symbols on the die. There's a explosion with an exclamation, there is a solid explosion like that, and then there is a hollow explosion. The type of explosion will be canceled by a matching one or 1 die higher. So I didn't roll a solid explosion, but I do have an exclamation, which is the highest. This will cancel this shield, and there's 1 die left. Once you remove all of the defensive die and the offensive dice that match, any dice left over do 1 point. The lab tech has 2 health, so all I do is I place 1 damage on the lab tech to indicate 1 point of damage. And that is the end of Wrath's turn. On my turn, I have to move and then perform an action. I can choose not to move and perform an action, but the move must always come first. Salvaggio has a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to use his flamethrower on this lab tech right here. Salvaggio's flamethrower is a 3 dice attack, and the lab tech is armor of 1, so 1 blue. Roll these. Oh yeah. So this solid cancels this solid, leaving me 2 dice. So this lab technician with 2 health is dead, removed from the game. All right, and the last action I have is to move Kirby in. Kirby moves 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kirby needs to get in front of this terminal to access it in order to open this door. Any of my minis can attempt to hack this, but Kirby has the highest technical skill for hacking, so we want to use that. All right, end of my turn. It is now the Nexus or the Artificial Intelligence's turn. On their turn, the first thing you do is you reveal a card. I already flipped one over. It says, choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can shoot without moving will do so. This guy can shoot. This one does not have a weapon. It's just melee. So he's going to shoot. The closest one is Wrath. Security guard shoots with 2 die, and Wrath's armor is 3. So I get to roll 3 blues. And I rolled an exclamation and a hollow for the attack. I have an exclamation defense die, and I have a hollow. Either one, the solid or the hollow, could block a hollow because it's the lowest type of die. So when I take these out, it means I have 1 more defense than damage, so no damage was done to Wrath. Now that this card is done, I do activations. All right, activations are I can move up to 2 enemy minis per turn. The rule book, depending on the map, has a number here, and it's probably pretty hard to see, but there's a 2 in there. So I have 2 surviving minis, so they will get to move. And the way this works is you look at the card that you revealed, and it tells you, there's a symbol here that tells you which mercenary becomes the target. Now, what I forgot to do was I forgot to assign the priority. There's these little tokens that you can assign and put on the card to indicate which becomes the target. So because I didn't do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign them based on their order that they moved initially, and that will just have to be the way I attack them. So let me see how I'm going to do this. Okay, so what we'll do is that symbol right here is the mercenary. It's the mercenary eligible to be shot at by the most minions. Well, it's a tie. This guy can shoot here or here. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll roll randomly for it. No, you know what I'm going to do? He took a shot at Wrath, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him another shot. Now he'll move first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he'll shoot Wrath, and again he gets 2 attack die, and Wrath gets 3 armor die. And ooh, that's not good. So you basically line them up. There's an exclamation that I cannot block. I can block that one. So he actually did another point of damage. Well, he did a point of damage on Wrath. Not a problem. He's got plenty of health. The second activation will be the lab tech, who will move and engage hand-to-hand with Wrath. Now, hand-to-hand, there's a different symbol for it. For the lab tech, it's 1 attack die. And Wrath's hand-to-hand is actually 4. So he's very good at defending close combat. So this should go well. Yeah. So I rolled an exclamation, which pretty much beats anything he could have rolled. So the lab tech did nothing. So this card goes away. It'll be reshuffled later. And now what you normally do is you do what's called reinforcement. I am not in one of these zones that have these reinforcement tokens, so I don't have to worry about this right now. So I'm not going to burn a card looking for reinforcements. I will simply say the turn is over, and now it reverts back to my turn. All right, it's my turn. I'm going to remove this door just so you can see. Wrath has a an obstacle on one side, and this is blocked. So he cannot move diagonally to this spot. So he will have to take care of this lab tech first. So he can't move, so he's going to attack. And for the attack, his hand-to-hand is 4. So he'll roll 4 red die. And the lab tech only has 1, so this should be a very short fight unless I roll poorly. Yeah, so the lab tech takes 1 final point of damage and is removed from the game. This frees up a spot for Salvaggio. He's going to move into the corner here, and then he's going to use his flamethrower, which is within range. His flamethrower is a 3 attack, and the security guard has armor of 2, so we'll roll 2 dice for that. And that looks pretty, well, I don't know. Yeah, 2 points of damage. Exclamation beats exclamation, that goes away, and this was a blank. So 2 points of damage, he had 2 health, so he is toast. So I have a little breathing room right now. What I can do is, I'll put the door back, but I want to show you that I'm not going to be doing the Nexus deck because there's no enemies in this zone. This door is locked. So what that does is it basically gives me a free turn to move. I'm going to move him, Salvaggio here, Wrath here, and then Kirby is going to do the hacking of the terminal. Now the way the hacking works is you have to consult the setup. Each scenario has a setup that explains the complexity of the hacking. This right here, this door, access denied, it can only be opened from the inside. It is a firewall strength of 1. So basically what you do is the 1, the strength tells you how many defense die the terminal will need. And then you perform an attack, which is the hacking symbol. Wrath has 2, Salvaggio has 1, Kirby has 4. So I'm pretty confident he's going to hack that door. Now the door has to be opened as an action. So that's gonna be a problem. All right, so yeah. So the door is hacked. I rolled successfully there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Kirby out of the line of sight of fire. This door is going to open in just a moment, and I'm going to place the miniatures where they go. So this tells me that there is a guard right here on the inside of the door, security guard, and there is a lab tech down here, and I think, there's another lab tech down here, 2 in front of the door, and there's a security guard here. So I'm going to lift this door so you can see. There's a security guard here, lab tech there. This door is locked, cannot be unlocked except from a terminal in this room down here. Actually, that's not true. Kirby could still unlock. Any door can be unlocked from any terminal. So I could send Kirby back to use this terminal down here. There's another one right here, which is behind just a standard door that will open and close, but I'm not going to go in here because there are lab techs in here that I do not want to disturb. All right, so back to my turn. There are 4 enemies in here. So what I'm going to do is on my turn, I'm going to open the door, and I'm going to say that Salvaggio opened the door. So he does not get to move because the door was locked, and his action is to unlock the door. So now Wrath is going to move. Now Wrath is very good at hand-to-hand combat. So he gets to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run him all the way down here. This door is locked, but I'm going to move it just so you can see. He now has 2 enemies against him. That means he will roll 1 defense die less because basically he's being teamed up on. So I'm going to have him attack the security guard. Now, hand-to-hand, he normally attacks with 4. And the security guard defends with 2. So I take away 1 of the die to represent that he is being tag team or double teamed here. and he rolled 2 solids and a blank, and a solid and a hollow. So this goes away, and it leaves just 1 point of damage on that security guard. So I will put I'll put just this on his token down here, and then. Do I want to have Kirby? Yeah, I might as well put Kirby into action. So Kirby's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want Kirby to turn and fire a laser at this guy. Now his laser attack is 2 attack die, and the security guard has 2 armor. So this is a pretty even match here. And I rolled an exclamation and a hollow. The shield blocks the hollow, but it cannot block the exclamation. So this one will also take 1 point of damage. All right. And Salvaggio cannot do anything. Nope, can't do anything. He could fire his flamethrower, but he's not got line of sight to the line of sight rules are a little interesting, but with a flame weapon, even though it goes around walls, I believe it says may reroll ranged weapon template. I'm going to confirm that real quick, but I'm pretty confident that the rules say I cannot. The ranged weapon will not. Let's see. Have to edit this part out. Where's the flamethrower? That's weird. No mention of that. Resolving attacks. Okay. All right, I'm not finding anything about the flamethrower. All right, I'm just going to rule that he can't do it. He's in hiding here, so no worries there. All right, that is the end of my turn. Now we go to the Nexus's turn. So on the Nexus's turn, again, you flip a card and you follow the instructions. A minion may move, and you play it as a bonus activation. So remember, I get 2 activations. There's 4 minis. So a bonus activation is going to allow me to do 3. And the target is this little symbol right here, and that symbol corresponds, this little blue symbol corresponds to, it doesn't really, that's an unusual symbol. Don't recognize that one. It's not on here as a, okay. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and play, we'll do what works the worst for me. He's already injured, so a minion may move. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy out. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to come over here and gang up on Wrath. That just seems to be the most obvious thing that would make my life miserable. And I get to play as a bonus activation. So he moved, so that does not count as his activation. Well, play as a bonus activation, so I did activate him. And I'm assuming since he moved, and this is a bonus activation, he would also get to attack. So I'm going to do that. So his hand-to-hand is 1, and Wrath is got normally 3 armor, but he loses 1 because he's outnumbered. So I rolled an exclamation, which means no damage. That's excellent. All right. Cancels out. He rolled 2 damage. I had 2 to defend, so that was easy. All right. So now that this is done, it's time for real activations. I can activate 2 minis. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Kirby's got good hand-to-hand and good armor. So I think this guy would probably move here and shoot Selvaggio. So that's what I'm, one activation there. Selvaggio gets 3 armor, and the security guard has 2 attacks. So let's see. I get hollow and a solid, and I can only block a hollow. So 1 solid goes through. Selvaggio takes another point of damage. And now for the second one, I think I'll have this security guard attack Wrath, and he attacks with 2. And Wrath normally defends. No, his hand-to-hand is 1. Excuse me. When they're adjacent, you have to do the hand-to-hand. It's assuming that whatever weapon he has could be knocked away. And Wrath's hand-to-hand is 4, but he loses 1 because he's outnumbered. And the hollow gets defeated by the hollow, and I still have shields. So no damage there. That is the second activation. At the end of the activation, I flip over a card for reinforcements. Because they're in a zone now that has reinforcement tokens, it's possible reinforcements may come. All right. System lockdown remains in play. No terminals may be used. Discard at the start of the next Nexus phase. So right now, if Kirby wanted to go access this terminal, he couldn't do it. And this will go away the next turn. It is now my turn, end of the Nexus phase, time for the player phase. All right, it is now my turn. All of the hero characters have what's called a feat. It is a one-time use special ability that they can use one time per scenario. Wrath has a very interesting one that I'm going to use right now because he's surrounded. He may move up to 2 spaces and then make a close assault attack. If he kills the enemy, he can do it again. He can move up to 2 and then try to attack close combat. And he can keep doing that until he has no more enemies. Because he's surrounded, this is a perfect time to use this. Now remember, this door is normally here. So I'm going to have him go ahead and attack hand-to-hand I'm going to try and make him attack the lab techs first. If he can get rid of the lab techs, then he'll get full strength for the security guard, who's a little more powerful. So his hand-to-hand is 4. And the lab tech, I'm going to go with this one right here. The lab tech's hand-to-hand is, or his armor is 1. Now he loses 1 because he's outnumbered. So let's see if he can do 2 points. Well, actually, yeah, they both are at full health. So the hollow does not block anything. So this one is gone. So he's using his what's called the Dance of Death feat. So he's going to turn and do this one right here, which is still the same, 3-1. And the hollow beats this, but 2 points of damage, so he is gone. And now because he's not outnumbered, he can tackle the guard with 4 hand-to-hand dice, and the guard gets 2 defense die. I have a hollow, an exclamation, and an exclamation. This one cancels that, this one cancels that, and he does 1 point, but he already had 1 point, so this security guard is out of the picture. Gone. All right, that was very good use of the feat. And then what you do normally is, I think there's a way to indicate you use the feat, but I'll just put a marker on it to indicate I've used it. All right, so that is the end of Wrath's turn. Selvaggio is going to step forward, and he is going to use his flamethrower. Flamethrower is 3 attack versus the security guard's armor of 2. All right, solid, 2 hollows, and the guard rolled 1 hollow. There are 2 dice left. He only had 1 point of damage already on him, so he is gone. Right now, the room is clear of enemies because I didn't pull any reinforcements. The doors are locked, or these doors are open. Now, normally crates and cases and things can be searched for what's called loot. Loot you can keep from game to game, but because of the way these missions are running, it doesn't matter. any loot I find is not going to get kept because they're working. I'm not working at a full team yet, and everything resets for mission number 1. So I'm not even going to waste time going in here and looking for what I can do. This room would be like if they needed to pull back, if they needed to pull back and get some distance from being swarmed by a lot of enemies. This is here, so I'm not going to be doing that. So movement. Kirby has not moved yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send Kirby back to the terminal. He can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is in front of the terminal. The terminal's locked until the start of the next Nexus phase, which is right now. I discard this. It is now the Nexus phase. I'm going to put this door back. I flip a card. Take any minion waiting at a single reinforcement point and place them in wait at another point. So there's nothing waiting for me here. So this card does not, nothing occurs here. No minions to activate. This card goes away. Now what I do is I do reinforcements. I flip the card and see if any reinforcements get called. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck and place them back in any order of your choice. Yeah, I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The draw 2, no, I don't want that coming up anytime soon. Remains in play. The mercenary trips an alarm. Ooh, add 2 to reinforcement value. Not good. Ready and waiting. Choose a closed but unlocked door and open it, revealing anything beyond the mercenaries if appropriate. Choose a closed but... That's not good. It would force me to open those doors and become visible, possible. No terminals may be used. Draw 2. Man, none of these are really going to help me. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the choose a closed but unlocked door. There are bad guys in here, but if I'm going to be forced to fight them, I might as well do it before I unlock this door. I'm then going to do the system lockdown to keep the terminal from doing, because it doesn't matter when that gets played. This trips an alarm is going to go last. The mercenaries trip an alarm. Oh man, I got 2 of those. Draw 2 cards, which will, wow, that would trigger both of these. Add 2 to reinforce values until the alarm is turned off. Wow. All right, well. All right, so I'm going to play it that away. All right, there we go. That's what we're going to do, and there are no enemies, so this goes away. End of the minion phase, back to the player phase. All right, before I begin the player phase, I should mention that when I flipped this card, the reason no reinforcements came is there's a 0 right here. So typically when you look at a card, if there's a number here, that's how many reinforcements appear near a reinforcement point. So that's why this is, that's why I kind of got lucky here that I'm not being swarmed yet. All right, so on my turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Wraith and Selvaggio down here. They're just behind the door. And I hate leaving Kirby so far back, but he's my best hacker for the door. So I'm going to go ahead and have him hack the door. He hacks with a strength of 4, and again, the terminal is a 1 difficulty level, so no worries. Plenty of ease there. The door is unlocked. I'm going to leave it closed because at this point, what I'm going to do, I know what's coming because I got to look at the cards. In game, it's sort of like I have an idea of the strategy of my enemy. I know what they're planning to do, or maybe Kirby got some information from the terminal. So knowing that ahead of time allows me to decide that I'm going to leave Kirby here, and I'm going on the hope that I can get these 2 through that door, and he's just going to control. He's going to maintain control of this. This door. I'm also going to retroactively go back and say that when he went back through, he closed this door. Now I can choose to lock it with an attack with a hack, but instead I'm just, you know what? I think I am going to do that. I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and say he locked the door on one of his turns while these guys are getting their weapons. Maybe they're checking their weapons and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to decide what all to do before I head over to the Nexus cards. All right, so that's all I can do right now. Let me flip the Nexus deck. And it says choose a closed but unlocked door and open it, revealing anything beyond to the mercenaries if appropriate. So I have 2 doors here that can be unlocked and opened. They are unlocked and opened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 2 lab techs where they go, and hopefully maybe they won't see me, but I think they will. This one goes right here, and this one goes right here. If I unlock that, he cannot. If I unlock this one, for certain he can see Salvaggio. But if I unlock this one, I'm pretty confident that I cannot. Yeah, if I draw a point from this corner to Salvaggio, it hits this wall. And if I do it from this corner to Salvaggio, it hits. Yeah, so there is line of sight blocked by this little tiny hallway right here. So that's good. I think the rules say that if a door unlocks, that a minion will move its one spot in a direction, sort of like a sound. So I would go ahead and say he moved here on his movement. And he still can't. The line of sight is still blocked by this hallway, thankfully. All right, so that door remains open. However, I will have to play it by ear on when he gets here. He still can't see anything. So the question is whether he would just like close the door or poke his head out. But I've got 1 turn to decide. All right, so I think what I'm going to do now is. Well, I did that, and this card goes away. Now I do minion activation, and there is a 1 here. Remains in play. No terminals may be used, but it did spawn a 1 character, and it's 1 point. So the way this works is each of the minions cost something. So if it said 2, I would spend first the highest, which is 2 for security guard. So right now it's just 1 point, which can only buy me a lab tech. And what I'll do is there are, I tell you what, I'll roll, I think this will work. I'll roll a red and a blue, and if it cancels, if the red is canceled by the blue, he goes here. If it's not, he goes here. The red is canceled, so I said if it's blocked, it goes here. If it's not, okay, I'll put him there. Oh no, he doesn't start there. He starts 1 off. 1 off, and then on the next turn he'll move in. All right, so this remains in play. No terminals can be used. It is now my turn. I will. Let me see what's in the next room. I know the next room is bad. There is a guard right here near the door. There's another guard over here behind the table, and there is another guard at this table. And there is a lab tech right here. This room is quite full. All right, this one goes here. Okay, how does this work? That one goes there, there, there. Yeah, like that. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, four enemies. And I already used Wrath's special ability, so he can't go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead on my turn. The action is the unlocking of a door or opening of a door. So what's going to happen here is one of my guys is going to lose. For firepower alone, the flamethrower is best. So I'm going to have Wrath open the door, which exposes these 2 guys, and I'm going to immediately have Salvaggio hit him with the flamethrower, which is 3 versus the armor of 2. Now, Salvaggio has a special ability that can be used once per attack roll. He may re-roll 1 die when using the flamethrower. And I think I'm going to do that. So I rolled a hollow which gets blocked by a hollow, but I'm going to re-roll one, and I got a hit. So I will put 1 hit of damage on this guy. I'll take what I can get. So his action was he opened the door, so he can't even fire. And that is the end of... Man, that's the end of my turn. Now it is the Nexus's turn. This goes away, so the terminal can be used again. And I flip a card over. This one's the bad one. It says draw 2 cards. All right, I will draw 2. 1 and 2. This is bad. So these remain in play. It says you add 2 to the reinforcement values until the alarm is turned off. So there's an alarm going off right now. Add 2 to the reinforcement. The reinforcement value here is 3. The reinforcement value here is 4. So that is a total of 5 and 6. I'm getting ready to get swarmed. All right, let's do the 6 first. 6 is going to spawn 3 security guards. So I will put them 1, 2, and 3. And they're not on the board yet. This one gets 5. Now, when you run out of technicians, I think you're just supposed to use tokens. But I think it also said that you can activate. I think there was a rule that said you could activate an extra. Somebody gets an extra activation. Let's just go ahead and play it out. I don't have enough guards. That's why these 2 were really bad luck for me. This says that they are going to target the mercenary eligible to be shot at by the most minions, which is going to be, it's a tie. So, this is going to hurt. They have to move first. So let's do this one. He's going to move to the closest one and attack. So he will attack Wrath. But Wrath has a bonus, so that's helpful. Wrath will do close combat, which is 4 die. The security guard is 2 armor. Oh, no, the security guard's attacking. Sorry. Hand to hand, he just gets 1. And Wrath gets 3. But he also gets a bonus because he's got an ally. So I should get 4 of these. So this should go well for Wrath. Yeah, exclamation, exclamation, and the rest are defense. So no damage from that security guard. Next security guard is to shoot. So he won't move into close combat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he will shoot at Salvaggio. He's got 2 attacks. Salvaggio's 3 armor. And wait a minute. The rules state that you cannot fire into an engage. No, he's engaged, so he couldn't fire at Wrath. He will fire at Salvaggio. That's right. All right, so it looks like 2 solids, and I rolled an exclamation and a solid, so he misses. No damage. This guy will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Fire at Salvaggio, same thing. He only gets 1 solid, and that gets blocked by my defense. And then this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will engage Salvaggio. He has an ally. I have an ally, so that cancels each other out. So I will just do hand to hand. He gets 1, and Salvaggio gets 3 armor. And easily beats that. All right. As a matter of fact, I did way too much because I was only supposed to get 2 activations. So only 2 of these should have moved. So we'll just call that a wash. I forgot about that part. And that is the end of the turn. There is an alarm in play, and I need to get that turned off. So it's my turn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Kirby attack the alarm, and it said the complexity of the alarm is now 2, so the alarm gets to roll 2 defense. Kirby has a special ability, which I hopefully will not need to use. All right, Kirby did good. He rolled all 4 hits and solid in a defense, which take away that and that, leaving 2. So the alarm is off. So these 2 can go away, which I was hopeful for that. So the reinforcements will stand as they are, but none of that double stuff. It is now their turn. He is going to fire his flamethrower, which will hit 2 different... You know what? He can't because he's engaged here. He will fight. He can only fire the flamethrower. No, he has hand-to-hand, so he has 3 dice for hand-to-hand, and this guy has 1 armor. So he will fight that guy and easily defeats him 3-0. So he goes away. And he can't move because he attacked. And the only thing I have left now is Wrath. He can... Well, he can... No, he can't do his special ability because I already used it. All right, so he's going to fight the guard hand-to-hand. He gets 4. And the guard has an armor of 2. So we'll roll that. Actually, the guard loses 1 because of the bonus ally here. Easily defeats him because he already had 1 point of damage. So he is gone. They can't move because the move has to be first. So that is it for my turn. Now it's time for the Nexus. All right, it is the Nexus's turn. I need to remember that they only get 2 activations. So I flip over the card, failsafe. This may be played after a mercenary has successfully accessed a terminal. They suffer a 3 dice close assault attack. This card is played on the mercenary that used a terminal most recently. So that would be Kirby. This may be played after a mercenary has successfully accessed a terminal. They suffer a 3 dice assault attack. All right, so 3 assault dice. Kirby has armor of 3. Ooh, not good. Well, yeah, maybe. That'll cancel 1. That'll cancel 1. That does nothing. So he takes a point of damage. Now Kirby has a shield, so that shield is gone. And at the start of each of his turns, 1 point comes back to the shield. So that was kind of nice. All right, so that is that. Now we do activations. I'm going to rule that the 2 guards that are in firing ability would fire. So we'll do the first one. He attacks with 2. This one's going to Wrath. Wrath has armor of 3. So we'll see what happens here. Ooh, not good. That blocks that, and no, that is good. No, none of these are blocked. Ugh. So Wrath takes a point of damage. And let's see. This one will fire at Selvaggio. 2 to Selvaggio's armor of 3. Alright, solid beats solid, so no damage on that one. That's the 2 activations. Now I flip to see about reinforcements. There is a number 1 here, so 1 point. I will put him over here. And that is the end of the Nexus phase. All right, back to my turn. Kirby will recharge a shield. No worries. Oh man, the door is not. There's a card in this deck that will unlock that door, but unfortunately, I've still got a lot of cards to go through. So we'll have to just hang tight. I'm going to have Selvaggio. He can move here, 1, 2, and he's going to use his flamethrower against both of these guys. So it's 2 different attacks. Flamethrower is 3, and the security guard is 2 armor. So I'm going to do the closest one first. And got an exclamation, which defends anything, and a hollow, which defends a hollow, and 1 point got through. All right. As a matter of fact, do I want to re-roll? No, I don't want to re-roll that. And then for the second one, same thing, 3 to 2. That beats that and does 1 point. But I am going to re-roll because I can. I'm going to re-roll. You know what? I'm going to reroll for the first one because I could have. There was nothing to lose, and it does a point, so he's eliminated. And the second one does a point, and he's eliminated. So I did eliminate them. I don't know what I was thinking there, but that's not a one-time use ability. I can use that for any time. May reroll 1 die per attack when using. So I was doing 2 attacks there, so that's fine. All right, so got rid of 2 of them. The downside is I'm getting ready to activate 2 security guards that are going to come in and take a shot at me. Wrath is going to move his full amount, which is 6. He's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to just move him 5. If he stands on here, this guy cannot come in. I don't know, in the rules, I'm not sure how that works, but I guess maybe it's a door that's being held locked or something. But I want this guy to come in, so I'm going to move him there. I'm going to leave Kirby down here. I think what I'm going to do is have Kirby... I could have him lock this door. I'm going to have Kirby lock this door again. I'm going to have it. So he's got to roll a... He rolls 4 versus the door is it's a 1. Complexity, deactivate a reinforcement point. Yeah, I'm going to have him lock a door. So, yeah, easily. So that door is locked. So I don't have to worry about these guys coming through here. Although technically, if they were smart, they could use this and unlock it. But it's just going to keep the combat to this room right here. All right, so now it is the Nexus's turn. Flip a card. Surprise attack. Reactivate an inactive reinforcement point. I haven't shut down any activation points. That's these things. One thing Kirby can do is he can hack against a difficulty of 2, and he could shut any one of these down. I haven't done that. So that's going to go away, but the symbol here tells me that the next attacks will be against the mercenary furthest from the start point. Start point's here. It's probably the same. So I'm going to activate this guy who will come on, and I'm going to activate this guy who will move on. So this guy is going to attack. He is doing hand-to-hand, which is 1. And Wrath has armor of 3, so hopefully this will be an easy fight. And I got an exclamation to his hollow, so he did no damage. This guy comes in, and he will... Now, I could choose to move him into close combat, but that's a 1 versus 2 attack die if he uses his weapon. So I'm going to have him use his weapon. As minute he steps in, he takes a shot at Salvaggio, who has 3. And, oh man, I defended that one. So Salvaggio takes another point of damage. Salvaggio is getting beat up. He's only got 1 green left before he is injured. And when you're injured, you lose 1 die, defense or attack on any rolls you make. So that's not good. I don't have the ability to heal him right now because I didn't get any healing packs that come later in the game. All right, so that is the end of the... no, I got to do... reactivate any. That was the Nexus one. Now I do for reinforcements. Oh, draw 2 cards. All right. 1, 2. All right. All right. Well, first off, activation says 2 points, so I'll put this guy over here. This one says, choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can shoot without moving will do so. He can't shoot him because he's got a close combat going on, but this guy can shoot, so he gets a free shot out of that. So he'll roll 2 to Salvaggio's 3 defense. Oh, man, if this does that extra point, Salvaggio's toast. And he missed 2 blanks, so that was good. So that's gone. Remove 1 damage counter from any minion that is not in a front arc of a mercenary. None of the minions have taken damage, so that goes away as well. And that is the end of the Nexus phase. All right, now it's the player phase. I'm going to leave Kirby down here, just in case, any more alarms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Wrath attack the security guard. Wrath is 4 close combat versus the armor of 2 for the security guard. plenty. Actually, no. Oh, yeah, the exclamation can block that, but 3 points got through, so he is toast. Selvaggio. I'm going to turn Selvaggio. And do I want him to do hand-to-hand? Hand-to-hand's 3, but I like the flamethrower effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him 1 closer. And he'll use his flamethrower, which is 3. And the armor is 2. And I get to re-roll one of these dice if I don't like it. So this could be good. Hollow. That was a hollow. Hollow, hollow, and hollow. This defeats that. 2 points of damage. He is toast. All right. Moved, moved, moved. That is the end of the player phase. I flip over a card. Gang up. Choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can fight it without moving will do so. Thankfully, that does not matter. None of them can do anything. The target of any next attacks will be the mercenary in the front arc of the most minions. All right. That doesn't really matter because none of them are going to be able to move far enough. So now that that's done, it's 2 activations. I'm not concerned about back here. So I'm going to activate the ones that can do the most damage, which will be this one. So he can go 1, 2, 3, and I will have him immediately shoot. He turns the corner, he sees Selvaggio, and he takes a shot. His attack is 2. Selvaggio's armor is 3. Ugh, come on. And this looks good. A hollow will be defeated by that, and the other one is a blank. So no damage. This guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot see Wrath, so I'm going to assume that he sees Selvaggio. Same thing, 2 to 3. Oh, that's not good. 2 exclamations. 1 gets beat. These can't, so he takes a point of damage. He is injured. If he takes 1 more point of damage, he is out of the game, and I lose this battle. All right, so they've moved. Now I flip over for reinforcements. Enemies incoming. This is an event card, special. It was shuffled in. Remains in play. The mercenaries are taking too long, and it's no secret they're here. Add 1 activation value and 2 to reinforcement values for the rest of the game. All right, that is not good. So I've got 4 cards left. I need that door open very soon. So that is the end of the Nexus phase. All right, player phase. I need to get rid of this guy. So Wrath will come in, close combat. He gets to roll 4. And he also, the armor is 2. Now, I haven't been using one of Wrath's abilities. When he's close combat like that, he may force an opponent to reroll 1 defense dice in each close assault. I wish I'd have thought about that, but I don't know if that's actually mattered or not. All right, 4 to 2. Exclamation beats that. Hollow, 1 point of damage, but I'm going to have him reroll. This could be bad. I'm going to have him reroll this one. So still 1 point of damage. No worries. Oh no, maybe roll 1 defense die. I rolled the wrong. What did I do? I'm attacking him, so I'm gonna re-roll this. I can't even remember where I was. I'm gonna re-roll it. All right, there we go. So that beats that. That beats that. 1 point of damage. I'm gonna have him re-roll this, and hopefully that's what I was doing. Okay, so that beats that. That beats that. So what I want to do is re-roll that one and hope it comes up as a blank. And it does not. So he still takes 1 point of damage. That's not what I needed. All right. Selvaggio is going to fire the flamethrower, which is definitely within range. He throws 3 attacks to the 2 armor. He can re-roll 1 of the die. And I don't have to. Well, yeah, dude. Well, he only did 1 point of damage. Oh, this is not good. So what can I do? I may re-roll 1 dice attack. Oh, yeah. All right, so that I need to roll an exclamation or a solid, and I did not. So he still only does 1 point of damage. I really needed that. All right. Kirby will stay put. And now it is time for the Nexus phase. So on this turn, I will flip a card. An event. It's about time. Captain Delinsky has succeeded in her task, and the door is open. Thanks, Captain. I needed that. What I'm going to do... You know what? I'm going to... No, if he'd have stepped in here... Yeah, I am going to take cover. I'm going to retroactively take cover, and then the rules allow you to lean out and fire in a straight shot. So he would have done that. He's taking cover. I am going to retroactively do that because I would have, if I'd have thought about that, I would have done it. So let's deal with this. This guy is going to attack Wrath. Wrath gets 3 armor, and he gets 1 hand-to-hand. So hopefully this will not be too bad. Solid beats solid, so no damage there. He knows he's here. He cannot fire from here, so he's got to do hand-to-hand. So he'll go here to here. Hand-to-hand, he gets just 1 attack die, and Salvaggio still has 3 armor. So hopefully this will protect Salvaggio and let him get through that door. Hollow defense, so no damage. That is exactly what I needed. Remains in play. Add 1 activation. All right, so I got to do that on this turn. So that was their turn. I flipped that die. I flipped that card. Now I flip a card to do reinforcements. Choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can fight without moving will do so. Well, I'm not going to choose. I'm not going to choose Delvaggio. I'm going to choose Wrath. So hand to hand is 1. Wrath is 3 armor. So hopefully this will do. Yeah, totally beat that. And reinforcements is 2 points. I will have 1 come in here, although I think I'm going to be able to make a run for the door. Ooh, no. That's not good. Well, we'll see. All right, so that is the end of the Nexus phase. It is now time for the player phase. I'm going to have Salvaggio fry this guy. He gets 3 to 2 armor. No, he can't use his flamethrower in close combat, so he's got to do hand to hand. So hand to hand is still 3 to 2. All right, so he can't use that flamethrower ability. Ooh. 1 shield gets defeated, 2 points get through. He is dead. I needed that so bad. But the problem is he didn't get to move, so this guy might take a shot next. What I'm going to do is I am going for Wrath, I'm going to take a step back, which is going to give him a free attack, and he gets +1 die. So he fires with 2, so he's going to get 3. And Wrath has 3 armor, so this is pretty much a fair, straight, even fight. Hollow, exclamation, and it looks like everything. I beat everything, so no damage. The reason I did that is I need to block. He stepped back, and he will fire his laser at this guy. Oh, no. Yeah. So laser is short, definitely within that. He gets 2 attack, and the security guard gets 2 armor. So again, a pretty straight fight. And the exclamation beats that, so no damage there. And is that it for my turn? He fought. Yeah, that's it for my turn. So it is now the Nexus's turn. I flip the card. A minion may move. Well, I'm going to have him move and engage. So, yeah, we'll do that. All right, so he attacks with 2 to 3 armor. I rolled plenty of armor, so no damage there. Now, okay, was this, I can't remember, was this this was the special card. All right, so he moved. Now it's activation. This guy will come in. Now he's ganged up on, so he gets a bonus die. He's hand-to-hand. Actually, you know what? No, he would shoot. So he's got 2, and Wrath has 3. And exclamation doesn't get blocked by anything, so Wrath takes a point of damage. Oh. All this, and so that was one activation. That was two. I guess this guy would move in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but he can't do much because he's blocked. All right, and that is the no wait. Now I got to do the reinforcements, which is the final card. Take any minions waiting at a single reinforcement and place them in wait at another. So that doesn't really matter. But it does give me 1 point for a reinforcement, which I will put over here. Actually, it's 1 point, and I only have it, but I'm just going to do it just because I can. It is now the player's turn. Salvaggio is going to run for it. 1, 2, 3... 3, 4. He is going to fire his flamethrower at the. You know what? He'll fire it at the security guard here. That is a 3 to 2. No damage. Oh wait, I can reroll. May reroll 1 die per attack. So we know that this one and that one. So that gets blocked. So I need to roll a solid or an exclamation. And I rolled nothing. So he takes no damage. All right. It is Wrath's turn. He is going to strike at that guy with hand-to-hand. He is 4 to 2 armor. And easily defeats him. He's gone. All right. That is the end of the player phase. On the Nexus, I have no more cards, but I think the rules say you just shuffle it back. So I will do that. All right. Flip it over. Choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can shoot without moving will do so. He doesn't have to move, so he will take a shot. He fires with 2 to 3 armor. And 2 exclamations. 1 gets done. 1 gets through. Wrath is injured. And you know what? I haven't been playing with him as injured, meaning he loses a die. Missed that. I'll start doing that from this point forward. All right, he did that. And now for the movement, he will still fire again. 2 to 3. This could kill Wrath. And I've got a hollow and a hollow, which get blocked, so that was good news. This guy will move in to attack. So he is hand-to-hand. He goes 1 versus armor of 3. He rolls a hollow to a solid. He does no damage. That is the flip a card for reinforcements. Reinforcements is none, so that is very good. All right, so on my turn, I am going to have Salvaggio run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is out the door. I am going to have Wrath run. When he moves here, he gets a free shot, which is 1 die. And Wrath loses 1, so he will only roll 2 defense. This is not good. I rolled a hollow, gets defeated by a hollow, so no damage there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is behind cover, at least for this guy. That is the end of the player phase. On the Nexus phase, we flip a card, remove 1 damage counter from any minion. Doesn't matter. That one goes away. Activations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will take a shot at. Probably going to regret this. He took 2 to 3, and he's injured, so he loses 1. 2 exclamations. He is out of the game. I cannot believe I did that. All right, this could be interesting. And then this guy's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will fire at Salvaggio. He gets 2. Salvaggio's 3 armor, but he loses 1 because he's injured. And the hollow gets the hollow, so he get no damage. Player's turn. Salvaggio is out. That leaves poor Kirby for me. So on Kirby's turn, I am going to hack that terminal for all these 2 doors. So on his turn, he rolls 4 versus 1, and he did it. So this door is unlocked. Now, I don't quite know how the rules would do this. So he can move into here, and he would. He would move on his turn in here. No reinforcements are occurring because, well, that's not true, because now he's in this zone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and play this out. This door's locked. No, he has to unlock that door. So on his turn, he's not in this zone, so I don't have to do that. So I'm going to hope he hacks the second door. It's unlocked. This door is unlocked. So all he's got to do is make a run for it, and he's got plenty of health. So he'll, on his next turn, he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's the Nexus's turn. Choose a closed but unlocked door and open it. All right, fine. That's fine. And then for the reinforcements, 2. Oh boy, put him here. No terminals may be used. Thankfully, I don't need to use a terminal. All right. Now it's his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at the door. Nexus's turn. This goes away. Add 1 to activate. Yeah. All right. There's a lot of enemies over here. So let's see. Nexus turn. Remaining play. No terminals. Okay, no big deal. And then let's see about reinforcement. Oh, no, then activation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will take a shot at Kirby. Kirby's armor is 3. He fires 2. And solid and a solid can both defeat my hollows, so he takes 2 points. A shield and a health. That's not good. One more activation would be, can he get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he can. He will attack. Sorry, I'm right here. He attacks with 1. Kirby has 3 armor. And a solid beats a solid, so no damage there. My turn. No, I flip over for reinforcements. Reinforcements is 0, so no reinforcements. On Kirby's turn, he will... He's going to have to open the door as an action. So he has to... Well, he's going to have to fight. So I tell you what, he's going to do make a close assault against all adjacent models. Kirby can move over night vision. EMP, disarm all alarms. Place up to 4 darkness counters within long range. May not be active. Kirby may not be active. Oh, no, I can't do that. That would shut him down. He has an EMP, which powers down everything, but he also goes down until he reactivates. All right, so I got to fire a laser. His laser is 2, and the armor on him is 1. So exclamation beats 1. He does 1 point of damage, so he's still there. This could be very bad for me. It is Nexus's turn. So flip a card, reactivate any active. That doesn't matter. He cannot take a shot through a friendly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He will gang up. His hand-to-hand is 1. Kirby's armor is 3, but he loses 1 because he's ganged up on. So no damage. This one will attack. And he does 1 to 2. Yeah. And exclamation beats that, so no damage from either one of those. Oh, man. And now I see about reinforcements. Reinforcements is 2. I don't worry about the letters. It's just the reinforcements. 1, 2. All right. Kirby, you gotta get rid of these guys. I will attack the security guard with a laser. So it's 2. Actually, he can't. It's hand-to-hand. So 2 versus 2. And Kirby is down 1 because of being outnumbered. Exclamation beats it, so yes, you are toast. All right, that worked. But now the security guard is going to get an attack. That's all I can do. So Nexus' special is draw 2. Great. Mercenaries, add an alarm, add 2 reinforcements, add 2 reinforcements. Not really going to matter because I am going to be dead here soon. So I'll add, well, not yet. he will attack. So he gets hand-to-hand is 2. Kirby only gets 1 defense die. Actually, he gets 2 now because he's not over teamed up. Hollow beats Hollow, and so no damage goes through on that. My turn. Kirby will attack the security guard. Yep. So he does 2 laser to 2 armor. Exclamation blocks, solid blocks, no damage. I think Kirby's in some trouble. Oh yeah, his one of his shields came back. All right, it is now the Nexus's turn. Choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can shoot without moving will do so. None of them can. Now they will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And both of them can shoot. This is going to be a failed mission. 2 to shoot, 2 for armor. Solid beats that. 1 point gets through, so his shield got hit that time. Second one will attack. 2 to 2, and 1, 1, so nothing there. Kirby's got to defeat this one so he can run. It is now the reinforcements is 0, so no reinforcements this turn. Kirby's turn. Come on, Kirby, kill this guy. 2 to 2. And that should do it. Yep, there's 1 point. Although I think, no, he only has 2 hit points, so that does not do anything. Their turn. Hand to hand. Oh, let's flip it. Choose a mercenary. All enemy models that can fight without moving so will do so. So he doesn't have to move, so he will fight. He gets a bonus one. So 2 to 2. That does not. He takes a point of damage. But his shield came, well, no, that's right. This one, now 2 activations. This will fire, this will fire. Hollow, hollow. That defeats 1, so 1 point got through on Kirby. He's got 1 health left. This guy gets to fire. Solid beats solid. Exclamation beats that, so no damage from him. Now reinforcements. 2 points. I'll put him here. Kirby's turn. Come on, Herbie. He kills him. Kills this guy. But he has to move before he attacks, so he doesn't get to move. Now it's their turn. They will fire. Actually, let me see what happens here. A minion may move. So he would move and engage. He gets... No, he wouldn't. He'll shoot. He'd rather shoot than fight, so he'll get 2 to 2. Hollow, hollow. Hollow beats that. That's it. So no damage. This one will shoot. Oh, no. Now I get 2 activations, so he'll shoot again. Hollow, hollow. Hollow beats that. Solid beats that. This guy will shoot. And both of my defenses win, so nothing there. So now, let's see if reinforcements happen. Reinforcements are 3 points. I'll just put him here. It's not going to matter. Kirby can move up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can move over. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not good. Let's just play this out. Take any minion waiting at a single reinforcement. Okay, doesn't matter. These 2 guys will shoot. 2 to 2. I rolled a solid and a hollow, and believe it or not, that solid beats that hollow. Kirby does. Kirby's out of the game, and I lose because I only got 1 member out. That's the end of the game. I will probably replay this again later and hopefully win. But up next, I will do Mission C. This one was called Mission B, the main team. Mission C is called the backup unit. Hope you had fun watching this, as much fun as I had losing. I probably misinterpreted a rule here or there, but that's what happens when you do solo play. Sometimes you forget rules and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back again later with a third mission, Mission C, the backup unit for Star Saga. Take care.